Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I am Toastmaster Ashley, and I would like to welcome you to our 13th meeting of Vasco Toastmasters Club. Let me make a mention of 3 ground rules. First, mute your microphones when not in use. Please avoid talking about sex, religion, and politics. If you wish to enter or exit the meeting, do it when there is no speaker speaking. Let me start off with our mission statement. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. I now hand over the control to our presiding officer, who is someone who's very excited about the meetings. He's the first one to start working on the agenda and the first one to come and stitch everything about the meeting together. Help me welcome the energetic Toastmaster Vishal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashley. A very good evening to my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I, Toastmaster Vishal Sharma, as the presiding officer for today's meeting, welcome you all to the 13th meeting of Vasco Toastmasters Club. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge all the guests and guest Toastmasters who are present here. And I would request the guests to kindly let us know what brought them here at today's meeting. Guest Javed, could you share your views about it? How did you come to know about us?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishal. This is Javed Khan, and I am a Toastmaster by profession. I am an engineer, and by passion, I am a Toastmaster. I'm a Toastmaster since 2016.
Oh, it's so nice to have you.
And why I joined today? Because randomly I was browsing over Facebook, so I saw that tag, Ikigai. I was curious to know some more, because little bit I know about Ikigai.
Okay.
But I wanted to know more about Ikigai, so I joined this club today, and very excited to hear that.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
It's so nice to have you.
Thank you.
Without further ado, I would like to introduce the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shivani. Before we begin, I would like to inform you something about Toastmaster Shivani. Toastmaster Shivani is a vivacious person, a psychologist by profession, and a curious cat lover in person, who has totally 9 cats, if I'm not wrong. And these are 9, right? Okay, I'll go this way. These are 9 cats. She's got 9 cats. See this, guys? 9 cats. Please let us welcome the Toastmaster of today's meeting, Toastmaster Shivani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I'm Shivani Keni, Toastmaster of the day. Before I actually start with the meeting, I would like to share my experience or my learning. So, I stay with my grandmother. She's 84 years old. She has been cooking for past more than 60 years. She's a housewife. So, she cooks, cleans, and serves every day without a holiday. Okay. For a long time, I wondered whether her life had no purpose at all, because she dedicated her life to her family and didn't do anything for herself. I'm sure you all must have also met people like this, or in your own family, you must have seen so many housewives who dedicate their life for their family. And I really wondered whether their life was just meaningless because they didn't do anything for themselves. But I was really wrong. I was clearly wrong. My views on finding purpose of life or finding meaning of life changed when I came across Japanese concept of ikigai. Iki means life and gai is worth. Combining them together, ikigai is your reason for being. As simple as that. Now, Japanese believe that ikigai is their secret to happy and long lives. Now let me clear the concept of ikigai for you. Ikigai, in simple words, is finding a purpose. Once you find your purpose in your life, Once you find what you're made to do, what you want to do, and what you wish to do in your life, you continue to do that every day without any hesitation, resistance, or complaints. You are happy in doing what you're doing. Okay. And if you find your ikigai, then there is nobody who can stop you from having a satisfied life. And this is exactly what Japanese concept of ikigai says. You, your ikigai, and your satisfied life. That's it. Nothing else should matter to you after that. After I came across this concept, everything became so clear for me. Taking example of my grandmother again. So, ikigai has 4 elements to it. Your ikigai should be something you love. It should be something you're good at. It should be something your world needs or the society needs or somebody needs. And it should be something which will pay you. Maybe monetary or non-monetary, however it is. But it should pay you in some ways. Now, taking my example of my grandmother again. My grandmother loves to cook. She's pretty good at it, okay? And talking about who needs it, I need it. My family needs food, okay? And she gets paid through love, respect, and care. She has found her ikigai. This is what I realized after knowing the concept of ikigai. And I was stupid enough to feel that her life was just meaningless. Well, I don't know how long will it take for me to find my ikigai. Because ikigai is not just finding your purpose, it is your lifestyle. It starts at one and you take it along. Many times we get confused whether ikigai is the end goal of our life, whether finding a purpose is the goal. Well, it is not the end goal. It is the beginning of your life. Finding your ikigai is just the beginning of your life. And being consistent and continuing with it, that's the goal of your life. Okay. So if you are also like me who has not found their ikigai, I really hope after today's meeting we will reach a step closer in finding our ikigai, in finding what we are meant to do and what we should do. With this, let's begin today's meeting. So in this journey of ikigai, community plays a very, very important role, if you all know. Being there for each other, helping each other, and growing together. The sense of community in Japanese are very strong. Okay, they are a collectivistic culture just like us Indians. Okay, so actually the same concept is followed in Toastmasters as well. If you see the power of community, being there for each other, community Toastmasters community as a whole. So I think there is a similarity between Toastmasters and Ikigai in this lines. So for the guests and those who are new to Toastmasters, let me tell you that in Toastmasters, we have particular roles assigned to each one. And all the roles work together to make a meeting successful. So to help me with the roles, I have the first, to help me with the roles, first, let me welcome the 3 minor role players. That is the timer, the grammarian, and the hour counter. They are also known as the tag team. So the tag team will help us throughout the meeting. Okay. So I will call each one of them and let them explain their role. First, let me call Toastmaster Swayam. So Toastmaster Swayam believes that it is important to find your purpose because life is a journey and we need to know where we are actually heading. And I completely agree with Toastmaster Swayam. I would like to call Toastmaster Swayam to explain his role. Zoom Master, please highlight Toastmaster Swayam as a timer.
It's really clear that the most precious thing we have is time. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. As a timer for today's meeting, I will time all the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and evaluation, and make them alert by flashing colors like green, yellow, and red to make them alert of their timings remaining. Table topic speakers should be will have a time of 2 minutes. 1 minute, I will show the green color. 1 minute 30 seconds, the yellow color. 2 minutes, the red color. speaker will have time from 5 minutes 5 minutes to 7 minutes. I will show the green color at 5 minutes, yellow color at 6 minutes, and red color at 7 minutes. Evaluators will have time allotted between 2 minutes to 3 minutes. Green at 2 minutes, to yellow at 2.5 minutes, and red at 3 minutes. Every speaker and evaluator will have 30 seconds grace period after completion of their allotted time. When called upon by the general evaluator, I'll show my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swayam. Now I'll call upon the second role player, that's the R counter. Help me welcome Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Now, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar says that life without purpose is like fish without water. Wow, what a great thought, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Over to you, R counter.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Shivani. Uh, Good evening, Mr. President, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmaster, and future Toastmaster. I'm Chandrasekhar Mankar, and I'm excited to be the R counters of today's meeting. Now, the purpose of R counter is to listen to everyone carefully and note down the words and the sound that are used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. My main purpose is to listen to everyone and identify when they overuse some words, including and, well, you know, but, and so. I'll also try to listen carefully and note down the sounds which are used as fillers, such as ah, I will also note down when a speaker repeats something unintentionally. I will present my report when asked by the general evaluator. Over to Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Now help me welcome Toastmaster Abrar. Toastmaster Abrar says that when you begin to live your life with a purpose, we start living positively and we seek for new opportunities. Okay. Toastmaster Abrar, grammarian, over to you.
Hello. Okay. Madam Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and our area director, distinguished Toastmasters, and our guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers and listen carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any misusage of the English language as well as the outstanding usage of the language. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is intrigue, which means to arouse the curiosity or interest of. Similar words may be interest or fascinate. I would like to give an example here. Most children are intrigued with fairy tales. In the adjective form, it can be used such as Ikigai is an intriguing topic for Toastmasters. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, and I will present my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abrar. General Toastmasters meeting is divided into three parts. First are the prepared speeches. Second are the table topics, the fun section of Toastmasters, which includes the impromptu speaking. And third is the evaluation and feedback. So let's start with the first section of today, that is prepared speeches. Now let me tell you something before you feel like adapting Ikigai as a lifestyle. Okay? There are some things we need to prepare for. Japanese again believe that their life is so long, they live for many years because they follow a healthy vegetarian diet and they believe that we should eat until our stomach is only 80% full, not 100% full. Along with that, they also feel that we should include at least one physical activity every day without fail to keep our Ikigai lifestyle going. So, if you're prepared for this, then we can think of choosing this lifestyle much more than just following the purpose. Now, in Toastmasters as well, we come with preparation. Speakers prepare on certain topic and come and present to us for 5 to 10 minutes. Today, we have one speaker, Toastmaster Meenal. Toastmaster Meenal is a content writer based in Bombay. I asked Toastmaster Meenal how would she find her purpose. Well, Toastmaster Meenal said that her purpose will find her. If it's meant to be, then her purpose will find her no matter what. And she says it's one way to find your purpose is by not searching it, for not looking at it or not searching it. I hope, Toastmaster Meenal, I really hope your purpose finds you. May I request Toastmaster Venkatesh to read Toastmaster Meenal's speech objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Shivani. Presiding Toastmaster of the Day, Area Director, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. Good evening. The objective of Speaker Meenal is to discover the leadership style in herself. She's doing project 1 and level 2 from the Dynamic Pathways manual. So she will be delivering a speech to find out her leadership style, and that leadership style which impacts people surrounding you. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Shivani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venkatesh. Toastmaster Meenal, please check your audio and video. Zoom Master, please highlight Toastmaster Meenal.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Exactly.
Can you see the
Visible?
screen?
Yes.
Okay. Toastmaster Meenal, leadership, an ability or an attitude? Toastmaster Meenal, leadership, an ability or an attitude? Over to you, Toastmaster Meenal.
It all began in the last meeting of Vasco Toastmasters when DTM Ravi Teja delivered an educational session. I asked him a question. At Toastmasters, what roles and responsibilities will help you become a better leader? DTM Ravi took a pause for a while, and I sat there anticipating a list of things to do. But his answer left me baffled. He said, "You cannot choose to be a leader. You can choose to be a specialist. You can choose to be an expert. But you cannot choose to be a leader because leadership chooses you. And it's not because you're good or you're brilliant, but it's because it is right for the people that you would be leading." Indeed, a deep thought, and I am not making this up. You can go back to our previous meetings link and look it up yourself. In that very moment itself, I remembered my teacher in school during a civics lesson. She mentioned that respect cannot be demanded. Respect has to be commanded. And that's when I actually understood the meaning all these years later. Now at Toastmasters, my path is the dynamic leadership. And that's how I'm very intrigued by the kind of leadership styles and how to be a better leader. So I quickly went to the base camp at Toastmasters International and immediately took the survey that would help me identify my leadership style. There were 3 aspects that stood out. There was coaching, democratic, and affiliative. And that basically means that I'm a nice person. But how am I supposed to know what kind of a leader I am? I did the next best thing. I went and trouble Google. There were heaps of results, tons of information, but nothing concretely convincing. That's when I decided to take the easy way out. Now, in my profession, I am a manager of a team of 3 people who report to me. I did the best thing. That was the easiest one as well. I asked my colleagues, could you give me a quick couple of sentences of what kind of a leader is Meenal? And I kid you not when I say this, their answers gave me much more insight than Google. Some of the common keywords they used to describe me: assertive, kind, mentor, participative, empathetic. Now, all this brings back to the very fact that I have always been surrounded by people. And although I decided to pursue against HR, these words, which I treat as keywords thanks to my profession, made me realize one thing. Being a people's person, I automatically become a people's leader. And to be very honest, my role is not defined about what I do or what my designation is in any of the organization. A people leader is defined by his or her ability to positively influence people. You can ask any of the previous Toastmasters, and I'm sure they will resonate with my words. I'm approachable, I'm flexible, I'm always a curious learner, and I look at things with an open mind. However, a people's leader does have some weaknesses. And although mine is sugar, I'm pretty sure that really cannot match in the kind of leadership aspect that we're talking about. Apart from having a sweet tooth, I also sometimes am a risk taker and a little bit spontaneous. But so far, none of my risks have hurt people. Surprisingly or calculatingly, they have been rational as compared to rash. And they always make people smile. So please touch wood for me on that. Apart from that, I'm always happy being in the shadows as long as the work gets done. I point out the potential that people have even when they see none. I'm the one that they can rely on. When they are climbing the ropes, I hold the net for them below. And that's how, no matter how many times I've wanted to cut all ties and run, I always end up sticking it out for the sake of my people. At Toastmasters, we learn many things. 2 of the primarily dominant ones are leadership and communication. But I would like to say just one thing. Do not restrict yourself or label yourself as a specific kind of a leader. Now, I realized I'm a people leader, but my survey told me that I have multiple other possibilities and potential too. Rather, focus on developing yourself as an individual that people want to be led by. And that's when you will realize that no matter what kind of a leadership you are, people will want to follow. I think somewhere down the line, that might just end up being my ikigai. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Shivani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meenal. Now, we come to an end to our prepared speech section. Now, we'll be going to the, let's take 1 minute silence to send a text or tell me, Toastmaster Meenal about her speech. Timer, inform us after 1 minute. Thank you.
1 minute.
Yes. Let us begin to the second section of Toastmasters, that is the table topic section. Now, if you think about it, routine makes our lives boring, isn't it? We generally feel that routines are so boring. It's just like doing same thing again and again. And we constantly try to add a fun element or something extra or something dramatic to make our life more interesting. Well, in Ikigai or in the Japanese culture, they don't intentionally tend to add anything fun in their life to make the routine boring. As they progress or as they follow the Ikigai lifestyle, they eventually come across new opportunities, new excitement, and new interest in their life, which make their day and their routine interesting. Unlike us, for us, even if we continuously go to the gym for 5 days, the sixth day will be, I'm not going to the gym, I want to sleep, right? So in Toastmasters as well, we try to add a fun element to our meetings. This is the fun section of Toastmasters meeting, that is the table topic section. To take the table topic section, let me call upon the youngest Toastmaster of Vasco Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Rishabh. Toastmaster Rishabh told me that he believes he will find his purpose. He will find his purpose by accepting whatever the life has to offer. He prefers going with the flow. Over to you, Toastmaster Rishabh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Shivani. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and also our area director. So now the most highly sought after session segment of Toastmasters is here. That is the table topic session. The objective is to challenge members to develop their impromptu communication skills while also helping them thinking on their feet by giving unrehearsed speeches. So the table topic section helps the speaker to exercise 4 habits, that is listening, processing, organizing, and then delivering. So as today's table topic master, I have formed a couple of topics, and I would like to pick up speakers, and they'll be speaking for a duration of 1 to 2 minutes for qualifying. The idea is to give a chance to all the non-speaking members of today. So okay, so my first topic, I would like to call, just a minute. Can I have Toastmaster Ashley?
Hi, Rishabh.
Hello, good evening, Toastmaster Ashley. Okay,
Good evening.
so your topic is, just a minute. Okay, so your topic is, what would you continue to do even if you had enough money to live comfortably ever after? What is that one thing you would continue to do?
Good evening, everyone. And Toastmaster Rishabh, thank you very much for this lovely topic. And as we were going through the TMOD speech, I was thinking about what is the one thing that I would like to do every day. And as I was thinking, I came across one thing that I love doing, and that is comparing for events. And the thing is, I don't do it for money. I just love the feeling that I get paid to speak at somebody else's function. It is an amazing feeling. At the end of the day, what I look at is how satisfied people are listening to what I've got to say. And that is what pushes me on. Even if I have money with me, I would still do my comparing every single day of my life. That is what wakes me up every morning. And that's the best feeling that I have, that whenever I go for somebody's function, I get paid for it. Thank you very much. Over to you, table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Rishabh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashley. I would now like two Toastmasters, Master Vishal and Toastmaster, just a minute. Chandrasekhar. Can I have you both, please?
Rishabh, if you could, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar is taking up the role of an R counter. Possible you could pick someone else up?
Actually, he has requested me to participate.
Okay, then it's fine. As long as he's comfortable with it.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I would like one of you to speak for and one of you to speak against, and I want you both to keep it as a conversation. Your topic is, if you had between knowing your life's purpose from the start or finding it through the journey, what would you choose? I would like Toastmaster Vishal to speak for knowing your life's purpose from the beginning, and I would like Toastmaster Chandrasekhar to speak for finding it through the journey. You may start. Also, a note for the timer. I request you to allot 3 to 4 minutes collectively for both of them.
If you could you repeat the topic again once more?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So if you had a chance to choose between knowing your life's purpose from the beginning or finding it through your journey, what would you choose and why?
Okay.
Toastmaster
Shall I start?
Chandrasekhar, are you there?
Toastmaster
Yes,
Chandrasekhar?
yes, I'm there. Yes, I'm
Okay.
there.
So Toastmaster Vishal, you could start with knowing your life's purpose from the beginning.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rishabh. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. To know what your purpose is in life, something that keeps you intrigued.
Toastmaster Vishal, are you there?
Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah, your
Yes,
voice
that's-
had got cut. Yeah.
Okay. To know the purpose of your life is something that everyone wishes to know. It keeps you intrigued that if I am going on the right path, to know that I am supposed to walk this path in a proper manner would keep me grounded, knowing that I don't have to sway left or right. I just have to do this every single day. The ikigai
Toastmaster Vishal, I think there is a
and
problem
something that
with your internet connection. Okay, yeah, you can continue.
Where was I? The purpose that most people are searching for. And if I knew that I would have turned in, I was supposed to do an engineering, I would have not swayed here, doing this, doing that, and would have continued in the same path. And if I knew that I would be pursuing this career, then I wouldn't have then an n number of things that I have done so far. But everything adds up to that perk of knowing that at the end of the day, I was supposed to do this. And it kills up all the excitement. Over to you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
How many of you like to play the game of cricket? If you do, please raise your hand, because I do like to play the game of cricket. Now in the cricket, if you are already knowing that you are going to score 100, would you play that game? Obviously not, because you won't enjoy it. In the same way, if I knew what was my purpose from the beginning, I would not be playing this game of life, which is as possible and related to the cricket. Now the thing is, you guys must be knowing magics as well. And the magic tricks works only when you don't know how it is done. And if you know how it is done, then it is not a magic trick anymore. So for same thing, I really like doing magic as well. And if I know the how it is done, that is not intriguing for me. It is not exciting for me. So in the same way, I would like to discover my life purpose instead of knowing it from the beginning. Now, what would happen in that case? I will be doing some amazing things. Because if we are knowing the life purpose already, we are walking on a straight path, knowing all the things. But when we are not knowing the things, we are taking risk, and with risk comes reward. And that is the way we can become more happy, by finding it, not by already knowing it. Over to you, table topic master of the day.
Thank you so much, both of you. That was a lovely session. Now, Again, I would like two Toastmasters. One will be speaking and the other will be evaluating the person's speech. So it will be impromptu, but I want one of the Toastmasters to speak and the other one to evaluate that speech. I would request Toastmaster Javed and Toastmaster Sharmila to come up. Toastmaster Sharmila, are you there?
Toastmaster
Yep, I'm here.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. So Toastmaster Javed, I would like your topic is. Just a minute. Okay. Sorry, I got a yeah. Okay. So would finding your purpose make your life complacent? This is your topic, and I would like Toastmaster Sharmila to evaluate that topic. You will collectively get 3 to 4 minutes to speak. I would again repeat the topic. Would finding your life's purpose make you complacent? You may
So,
begin.
1 minute, just a quick check on this.
Yeah, sure.
The other, who's the other Toastmaster who's speaking?
Toastmaster Javed will be speaking on the topic
Okay,
for 1
and then
to 2
after he
minutes.
finishes his
Yes,
speech,
and-
I evaluate his speech, right?
Correct. Correct.
All right, all right.
Toastmaster Javed, you may begin.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rishabh, for that wonderful topic. There are two kinds of person. One who know what they have to do in their life. Another person, they don't know. They just go continue their life, what they have to do, why they were born, what is the exact purpose of their life, they don't know. But if we know why we are born, what is the exact purpose, life will be easy. But how do we know what is the purpose of our life? Very simple thing. Do that thing that gives you mental peace. The thing which gives your heart peace, and you'll be happy doing that thing. Like, for example, I am by profession, I am a software engineer, but I love plantation. What I do on every weekend, I do plantation. I love speaking. I love listening. So every time, whenever I'm free, I do join Toastmaster. It's right now it's my official hours. I am both the things. I'm joining my Toastmasters as well as I'm doing my official work as well. But I can manage that. So it doesn't mean you are a robot. Do anything which you don't like, but do the thing which gives you mental peace. It doesn't matter you are earning more or you are earning less. Don't run after money. Run after peace, stability. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Javed. Just listening to you has inspired all of us so much. You have made us all think today. Yes, the theme for today is Ikigai, but you have connected it so well to each one of us. Why are we here in this world? Why were we born? To what purpose were we born? Do we all know this? We need to know this. And Toastmaster Javed seems to know it very well. So he has handled the content the topic that was given to him with so much passion. And a speaker shines when he speaks with passion. Toastmaster Javed, when I was watching you, I could see the passion in your eyes. Though you're seated, you did not have too many hand movements, I could still see the passion in your eyes and in your words and in your action, because you also said that you're juggling things. You are working now as well as putting in time for Toastmasters. That's a rare thing indeed, but you've managed to do it simply because you want to do it. And that's the beauty of it. Toastmaster Javed, we really enjoyed listening to you. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster, Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Javed and Toastmaster Sharmila. That was a very insightful session. I would request Toastmaster Niru to come up next. Toastmaster Niru, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. So your topic is, in your perspective, what is the most fulfilling thing about life? You may go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Rishabh. For me, the most fulfilling thing in my life is probably making others happy. It can be my family, it can be my students, it can be my Toastmasters, friends, my club members. I just strive to do something for somebody so that at least in a day I can say that I made somebody smile. It can be a joke, it can be leg pulling, it can be something else. But if I can make a person smile right now, I can say our area director giving a wide smile. So that means my day is made. I can see Vishal also. So that means 2. So this is what makes me happy. This is what I want to do in life, that if I can make people happy, it can be a help, it can be giving them time, it can be giving them whatever they want. So my purpose of life is to make people happy, to give them what they want. I cannot be giving money to people, but at least I can give my love, my affection, my time, and maybe sometimes help. Or just in listening ear also sometimes helps others. Or sometimes my silly jokes also help others. So that is the purpose of my life, to make others happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Niru. That was amazing. I could see everybody smiling. So it's not just 2, but you made 13 people smile. So congratulations. With this, I come
Thank
to
you so
the end
much.
of the table topic session. I would like to ask the timer if all speakers have qualified.
Yeah, all of them have.
Okay, perfect. So I request the Zoom master to put out the polls for the best table topic speaker.
Rishabh, can I confirm the table topic speakers? One is Ashley. The second is Sharmila and Javed. The third is
Yes.
Niru. Is there anybody else?
There was Toastmaster Chandrasekhar and Toastmaster Vishal.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, your poll should be coming up in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we've got all the votes in. You can proceed.
Thank you. With this, I come to the end of the tables topic session. Thank you everyone for participating. It was truly an intriguing session. Now I would like to hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day, Shivani.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Rishabh. Thank you for intriguing topics and an intriguing session. Now let me clear something very nicely here. In our Indian system, we follow the concept of retirement, right? After 60, we retire. After 60, we have our peaceful life, we share wisdom, and we enjoy our life. Well, in Ikigai, there is no concept of retirement. In the Japanese culture, you never retire because you love what you're doing. So do you continue doing it even when you turn 112 and 120? There is nobody who is stopping you. And the same thing is followed in Toastmasters as well. There is no retirement in Toastmasters. You keep learning, you take up new opportunities, and you go ahead. With this, I come to an end to my role in this meeting as the Toastmaster of the day. Now I hand over to the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Nigel, for evaluations and feedback. Well, Toastmaster Nigel is an area director, and he says that his purpose keeps changing every year. But he has faith that whatever he is doing will definitely lead him to his destination. And I am sure whatever he's doing will lead him to his destination. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Nigel.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Shivani. For those of you who are guests in the room, the role of the General Evaluator is to evaluate the entire meeting as a whole, but he doesn't or she doesn't do that alone. It is done with the help of a lot of helpers during the meeting. And the first up is the evaluation section. The second up is the evaluations from each of the role players. And the third part of a general evaluator's role is my own evaluation of the meeting. So let us begin the first part. We had one speaker today. That was a lovely and cheerful Toastmaster Meenal, who was evaluated by give me a second. Yeah, by Toastmaster Venkatesh. So Toastmaster Venkatesh, if you could come up on screen and deliver your evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nigel. Wow, what a nice speech by Toastmaster Meenal. The topic selected was amazing. Leadership and ability to or an attitude. So it was clearly showing that her interest and the way she has gone through the pathway manual and the objective. By looking at her speech, by observing the speech, I clearly understand that the entire speech is meeting to the objective mentioned in the pathways manual. She was about to know her leadership style, which impact the people around her so that she can adjust it to lead more effectively. So now she has clearly mentioned that initially she wanted to pursue her career, she wanted to go into the people management and lead the people, and chosen a profession as a HR. And I like that the way she conducted the survey to know her feedback. Sometimes it is really good that you conduct the survey and get the feedback from your peers and the friends to know about you. And that helps us to build our own leadership style. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Meenal, on those aspects. Voice clarity was perfect. It was amazing. Speech and all the words were clearly understood. It was clear and the loud. Her comfort level was also good. She was very comfortable while delivering the speech. While delivering the speech, the interest what she has shown, which engaged the audience as well. By looking at her own interests, audience also felt a lot of interest in the speech, and they were concentrating to the speech because of her own interests. Now coming back to the couple of points which can be considered as the recommendation, or which can be considered as a part of improvement, where we always come across where speaker, we saw that the eye contact was missing with the audience. And basically this point comes because we are doing all through a virtual meeting and not the physical meeting. So during virtual meeting, it is really difficult to make the eye contact and make the audience awareness, and that is possible by only looking at the camera and deliver the speech. So overall, it was a great speech. Kudos to Toastmaster Meenal on all the aspects. These are the minor recommendation. If speaker concentrate on those two things, then she can be a great leader and great communicator in speech. Over to you. Toastmaster Nigel.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venkatesh, for that evaluation. Now we quickly move on to the, give me a second. Yeah, we quickly move on to the evaluation by the role players. The first up is we have the R counter for today, and the R counter is Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, if you could deliver.
Am I clearly audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, so thank you so much for giving me this chance. First, I would like to congratulate to all the speakers who were flawless. So speaker one, who is Minal, was flawless in today's meeting. So I would like to have a huge round of applause for her. Okay. Apart from that, in table topic session, I found that Toastmaster Sharmila was also flawless. So kudos to her. Please have a big round of applause for her as well. Now let's come back to the evaluators. We had only one evaluator, which is Toastmaster Venkatesh. So while speaking, he used 3 times you know and 1 times the, which was unnecessary. Let's get back to the table topic session. In table topic session, Toastmaster Javed used 3 times and he also repeated which 2 words which were repeated, I am, and also you will be, which was repeated. Apart from that, how do we, these are the words that was being repeated by him. Let's come back to the players. So in the role players, our sergeant at arm, Ashley, were quite tremendous in the starting, but when we get back to the table topic session, so I have identified both and I have added them over here. So they have used 5, below 5 filler sound and 1 time. So coming to our timer, which is Toastmaster Swayam, he has used the filler sound less than 8 times. Okay, remaining one is table topic master. Sorry, I have not mentioned it over here. I have written it over here. Our table topic master Rishabh has used the 1 time and the filler sound less than 3 times. Apart from that, I as a R counter has also used 2 times and 1 time the during the table topic session. Our Toastmaster of the day, Shivani, has used 1 time the, 3 times so, and less than 8 times the filler sound. And she was actually repeating one word quite a time, which is okay. Coming back to our president, he has used only 1 time filler sound, so he was almost flawless. So please have a huge round of applause for him as well. The general evaluator has not done his evaluation till yet now, but I have found that he has used 3 times so this is my report, and only one suggestion that I would like to give to each and everyone. We usually use these filler sounds because we don't take pauses. So if you guys will start taking the pauses, it will become little easy for you. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, for that evaluation. Next up, let us have the grammarian, that is Toastmaster Abrar, to kindly give us his report as well.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Nigel. It was a pleasure listening to all your speeches today. To be honest, this is my first time I'm playing the role of the grammarian, and it is a challenging one. Although I tried to do my best here, I will point out the number of times the word of the day was used. And in total, we had around 8 times. Meenal used it once, Shivani used it twice, Vishal used it once, and our area director, Toastmaster Nigel, used it once. I have 3 recommendations here, which could be used, which could be improved if the speaker concentrate on this recommendation. Instead of that, you should be using if the speaker concentrates on on this recommendation. When you're specifying about a particular object or a game, like now in the cricket, instead of that, you should do what you should be using is now in cricket. And while you mention the number of times, you should do it in a way like one time. And when you're doing it in a plural form, you should say 2 times or 3 times and not 1 time and 2 times. Anyways, I was very happy to see the number of people using the word of the day. And as you all can see, it is very helpful in conveying the message in the shortest form. I hope everybody uses the word of the day in near future. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abrar, for that intriguing report. Lastly, we have the timer for today. The timer, Toastmaster Swayam, to kindly give us his report.
Toastmaster Nigel. The meeting started at 7 p.m. All the sessions were on time perfectly. There was only one formal speaker, that is Toastmaster Meenal. She qualified. She took 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Table topic speakers, Toastmaster Ashley took 1 minute, 18 seconds. Toastmaster Vishal, combined with Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, took 3 minutes, 8 seconds. Toastmaster Javed and Toastmaster Sharmila together took 3 minutes, 19 seconds. Toastmaster Neeru took 1 minute, 20 seconds. All of them have qualified. Evaluator, Toastmaster Venkatesh, took 3 minutes, 7 seconds. Here's all from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Swayam, for that report. This brings me to the last part of the general evaluator's role, and that is my own evaluation of the meeting as a whole. So first up, in terms of opening the meeting 30 minutes before the schedule, I have to congratulate myself for doing so. I think I did a fantastic job at doing that. It was nice to see as soon as I entered the meeting that there were a lot of members that were interacting with each other, something that we sorely miss from our physical meetings that used to take place. But it's a great attempt that all the members were trying to keep that bonhomie up. In terms of the evaluation that was done by Toastmaster Venkatesh, I really love the fact that you actually evaluated according to the pathways objectives. Oftentimes, as evaluators, we tend to ignore the actual objectives of the speaker's speech and go on to explore other aspects of speeches, which is important, but so also other pathways objectives. So you kept all of those things in play. Then yeah, so I thought that evaluation was amazing. With regard to the Toastmaster of the day, that's Toastmaster Shivani, that was an excellent rendition of Ikigai through a Toastmasters of the day role. What was different, what I loved that I took away was the fact that you incorporated so many personal stories. That was, something that we could all relate to. Beyond that, you had a smile on your face right from the start till the end. And that added a lot of positive energy to the meeting as a whole. So you did a fantastic job at all of it. Also, I love the fact that there was a small takeaway through each of your explanations at every step. So all of us could go back keeping those takeaways in mind. Coming to the role players that were there, the timer, that's Toastmaster Swayam, the accounter Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, and the grammarian Toastmaster Abrar. I think each and every one of you all did a very intriguing yet fantastic job at each of these roles respectively. The timer, you kept time of each of the speakers that spoke, including the starting time of the meeting. Fantastically done. The R counter, Chandrasekhar, you made a report, a detailed report on a spreadsheet. So it was easy for all of us to understand where the filler words were used. And in terms of the grammarian's role, I thought oftentimes as a grammarian, sometimes we tend, not oftentimes, but sometimes we tend to use really high funda words that cannot be used, or it's very difficult to use in a meeting. And I thought intriguing was a really excellent choice of a word for a meeting that was themed Ikigai. Okay, so fantastic job at choosing that specific word of the day. And overall, you also did a great job at identifying where people had made mistakes in their grammar. Now, if there's one suggestion that I would want to give to each of the role players, okay, so the report that you give is not just a report, it is also a speech in itself. And you can all try to deliver it like you're delivering a speech instead of just reading the content. Okay, so next time, if you could challenge yourselves, deliver it in the form of a speech. Look into the camera and try, constructing it in that format. Okay, and lastly, I forgot the Toastmaster, the table topics master. Again, Toastmaster Rishabh, I thought each of the topics were well chosen. Again, I am not in favor as a person. I really zone out when you have table topics that are very philosophical, and all of yours were very simple. They brought out the best part of each Toastmaster who came up to speak, and that was something that was done well. Fantastic, great job, and great variety through all of it. So in short, I enjoyed the meeting. If there's one suggestion that I could give the club as a whole, is that I would have loved to see a lot. I know you all are trying. I know how hard it is, but I would have loved to see maybe a guest or two in your meeting, because when you put in the effort to create such an amazing meeting, there's a high possibility of converting a guest when the meeting goes on this well. And if you've attended clubs across the district, some of which I have attended, I kid you not, this is above the 80% of you guys fall in the 20% in terms of the quality of meetings that are actually attendable. Okay, you guys do a fantastic job. So if there's any way from my side that I can help with getting guests, please let me know. With that, I end my evaluation. But before we leave, one more thing is a phrase that Steve Jobs would always use at the end of his keynotes to come up with something or to share something that was the most special aspect of everything that he was going to talk of at his keynote. And so I've been told that we have Toastmaster Sharmila, who is the principal of Sharda Mandir School, who will be giving us a small educational session on the role of the grammarian. So without any further ado, Toastmaster Sharmila, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nigel. Am I visible? Am I clearly audible? Okay, a request, timer, could you still continue with your job and show me the timing cards? I rather like to stay on time. So I think I've been given a time slot of 10 to 15 minutes. So at 10, if you could show me the green light, at 12, the yellow, and at 15, the red. And I'm sure I'll finish it much before that. So don't worry. Thank you. When I was told first by Siona and then later on by Toastmaster Vishal to do this educational session, I just want to tell you this, okay? So don't get worried by this word educational session, because every time you hear the word educational session, you think of PowerPoint presentations and that you have to keep your little notebook ready and jot down all the points that the speaker is speaking. I'm going to do nothing of that sort, all right? And since it's a small group, in that sense, it's good. I would really like it if you just unmute your mics so that I can have it a little interactive. I'm a teacher by profession, and I can definitely say it is also my ikigai, okay, because it is my purpose and I have found my purpose in life. And as a teacher, I need it to be an interactive class, all right? So although we are doing it on Zoom, at least I would like some responses from you. So just whenever I ask a question, or even if you want to interrupt me in between, please feel free to do so. You could always raise your hand like a good student. Thank you. All right, now, first question, okay? if somebody could just tell me what was the real reason why you joined Toastmasters? Be very honest and just put your hand up and answer this question. It's a new club, so I'm sure there are new members. Yes, Vishal.
To convey my thoughts effectively in a proper way.
Very good. Okay, so you wanted to convey your thoughts. You got a lot of thoughts in your head. You want to convey it effectively. Perfect. So you are in the right place. Somebody else. I can
Not
see all the
losing
faces,
out an
so anybody could speak up.
opportunity.
Pardon?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. So I joined Toastmasters to not lose out on occasions wherein I could go and speak and prove myself to somebody else. And to also
Excellent.
ace.
So you like to
Yeah, Toastmaster Sharmila, you can go ahead.
Okay, so you like to get this opportunity where you can speak in front of an audience and you can share your thoughts with them, right? So again, you're in the right place because this is the chance where you can, speak out your thoughts as such. Excellent. All right. Anybody else wants to say something?
Yes, me.
Yes. Tell me.
Actually, there was this one moment when I was in college. I was asked to speak about something on a stage, and I got really scared. I spoke few words, and then I came back on seat, and then I thought that this was really. It was exciting, but I was also afraid. So I thought that I don't want to run away from stage next time. So then I started searching that what can be done, and then one of my friends told me about Toastmasters. And this is the reason I joined Toastmasters, so that I can help myself first, so that I can help others.
Wonderful. Now, this is really admirable because I know many people who, because they have spoken once and have, really shaken in their boots and got scared, they have never tried to speak again. I feel you're in the right place, and it's really admirable that you have wanted to improve it and go ahead on stage again. Okay. And I know that you're going to be a great speaker, and you already are. Excellent. So you've got your reasons for joining Toastmasters. Now, when you hear a good speech, all right, let's take Minal, for instance. We have heard Toastmaster Minal's speech. When you were listening to her, what were the things that really captured your attention? Let's not do her evaluation. Just tell me very honestly, what was it that captured your attention when you were listening to Minal? Besides her pretty face, more than that. Yes, Vishal. Yes, Vishal.
The flow of her speech.
Very good. Excellent. The way she spoke, the flow of her speech. Very good. Somebody else.
There were great messages in her speech, like respect cannot be demanded. It can be commanded only.
So you went on to the content. True. So you noticed the content of her speech, and that really struck you. Very good. One more answer. So flow of speech, content. Third.
It showed something about her own self.
Okay. So you came to know her a little better, right?
It showed how she talked about the people working.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So what was your learning then?
Through the phrases where she said that. Pardon?
Okay.
Hello?
Right. I'm not able to hear you, Neeru.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with my connection.
Yeah, okay, fine. No problem. All right. So the main thing is, yes, her content was good. The flow of words was very good. Her ideas were excellent. And we were actually riveted when we were listening to her because it was such a beautiful speech. And yes, when we hear good speakers, there are some things which really capture her attention, and you cannot, stop listening to that person. I think what you all are also saying is the flow of the language, the English language, is very important here. When you hear a person who speaks with confidence, speaks the language with confidence, immediately your admiration for that person goes up. Am I right?
Yes.
So this is where a grammarian's role comes into place. Now you are at Toastmasters already. You have come into Toastmasters to improve yourself, to become a better speaker, to become a better communicator, to become a better leader. But to become all this, there are several things that have to come into place. Your confidence will improve as you give more and more speeches. Your style of speaking, your hand movements, your gestures, all that you will learn. But one more thing which one has to constantly learn is the English language usage. Now, let's be honest over here. All of us do not come from an English medium school. For certain reasons, we might have studied in a vernacular medium school. Or you are in a place where English is not spoken often enough. So you don't get to hear it much. And when you come here, you are at a loss of words. Believe me, that's the best part of Toastmasters. All of us are learning throughout. Here, even I, after so many years at Toastmasters, I'm still learning more and more. We have to take that into mind when we are in Toastmasters. Okay, now, English we know is the medium of speech, the international language, right? We have to learn it well. And it only comes better and better with usage. In Toastmasters, the best part is that you have a role player called the grammarian, who is going to keep an eye on the usage of language of every person in that meeting. And simultaneously will be improving his or her own language too, right? So you might say, my English is not so good. I am not a great speaker. I come from a vernacular medium. How then do I become a grammarian? I might become the laughing stock. Please do not think so. Again, in Toastmasters, nobody criticizes. Everybody appreciates one another. So you are doing the right thing by taking up the grammarian's post. Okay. Now, in a grammarian's role, according to Toastmasters, you have 3 roles, right? All of us know that. 1, to look out for the good usage of language, to look out for the not so good or the incorrect usage of language, and third, using the word of the day. Correct? Now, this is put in the script. All of us know it. We are supposed to do this. All right. Now, let's take the first part, the usage of the good language. This is quite easy. There will be words which you might not have heard in any of the speeches. All you do is jot it down, right? Now, what a grammarian should do is keep a sheet of paper, divide it into 3 parts. At the first part, you write good language. Second part, not so good language. Third part, word of the day. Keep the sheet in front of you as a grammarian. As and when the speaker speaks, you catch a word which was a word which you have not heard before, jot it down. And remember over here, write the name of the speaker who has used that word. Please keep this in mind, okay? Second, not so good. There could have been a grammatical mistake in the sentence or in the pronunciation of the word. Jot that down too. But here it is not necessary to write down the name of the speaker. I'll tell you why. The third, word of the day. Easy. As and when somebody uses the word of the day, jot it down. Nigel, once, twice, thrice. Toastmaster Abrar, once. Just put them down together. So you are prepared for your report. All right. Now, when you are delivering your grammarian's report. Okay, now I am right now speaking about a general grammarian's report. Okay, I will come to a more effective one in a few minutes. When you are giving your report, all 3 parts should be done. You start off by giving the examples of the good usage. And over here, please remember to take the name of the person who has used that word. I don't think the grammarian today did that, or whether I missed out, okay? But suppose, say, Toastmaster Vishal used a good word. So you say, Toastmaster Vishal used so-and-so word. So Toastmaster Vishal feels very good that his word was acknowledged at the meeting. Believe me, it makes you feel good. Take another person's name. Toastmaster Minal used this particular word in her speech. Again, Toastmaster Minal feels she's got another evaluation by the grammarian too. Now you come on to the not so good. And this grammarian for today did it very well. You pick up those few. Let's not make it too many. There could be many. Don't get into too many. Just pick up 2 to 3 incorrect usage of language. But here, please remember, do not take the name of the speaker, because then it can get a little embarrassing. Now, if I have used a sentence which was wrong, I know that when the grammarian said that, I know that it was referred to me, and I will make the change myself. But at least my name is not taken in public. This is the bit of sensitivity that we have to use. Please, and the grammarian did that very well. He just mentioned those words which were incorrectly used and went on with it. And the third part is your word of the day. Now, here again, what Toastmaster Nigel said is so important. Pick a word which can be used. Don't try to show off the usage of the dictionary that you've been going through the last night. Okay? Pick a word which can be used by people. It has to be, it's good when it is connected to the theme, and pick something which is usable. All right. So this was also done very well by the grammarian. Now, these are the three parts which are what you're expected to do. What I'm going to tell you now is how to do these roles even better than what you can. All right. Are you interested in hearing that? Would you want to know how much better, how you can do that
Yes, of
better?
course.
Yes.
Yes.
Great, great, fine. So let me go back to the first one, the good language. Okay. When you're picking up the words that a speaker has used, my suggestion is not only should you say the word, but give the meaning of that word. Now, the speaker, when she or he used that word, he used it in the sentence. Here, Google is there for you at the drop of, just at your fingertip. The moment you hear a word which you have not heard before, Google the word. Find out the meaning of the word, and in your report, you can say, Toastmaster Minal used this word, and the meaning of this word is this. So what have you done? You have learned a new word yourself and its meaning, and you have shared it with everybody else. Just hearing good words is not enough. You need to know the meaning of those words too. Okay, is that clear? This is what you do for your good words. Second, don't stick only to words. Pick up phrases which any speaker has used. Pick up, say, a figure of speech that somebody has used in a speech. Explain the figure of speech if you know the meaning of it. If you want a separate session on figures of speech, I'll do that for you people too. Okay, where I can teach you all the figures of speech that are there. All right, but pick that up, and even there, the speaker and everybody else, the speaker will feel good about it, and the audience will have learned a new figure of speech. Okay, this is the way you can do the good language. If it comes to incorrect words, like I said, give the correct one, like our grammarian did for today. Tell them exactly. For example, if the word a or an or the has been used wrongly, the article has been used wrongly, then say the correct way of doing it. All right. And for word of the day, like I said again, pick a word which is not too difficult, connected to the theme. And my suggestion over here is give us more information about that word. Give us more synonyms. Give the origin of that word. On your share screen, you put the word intrigue. Next to it, give it. It is a verb form. This is where you do your homework, my dear children. You need to find out what the word meaning is as a grammarian. So again, use Google. Find out intrigue is a verb form. What are the synonyms for it? What are the antonyms for it? Put them on your screen share. Share it on your screen. You can also give its origin, whether the word is a French word or whether it comes from the British English. So it's again information that you have shared with your friends. And make your sentence. Give 2 sentences using that word. So if it was intrigue, you could say, I was very intrigued by the way Toastmaster Vishal introduced the meeting. So you give 2 sentences, or you can make one even a little funny, one a little serious and one a little funny. The audience would have been captured by it. All right. Again, over here, try to be a little different. I have heard that in some clubs in Mumbai, don't just use word of the day. They make it idiom of the day, proverb of the day, phrase of the day. Why don't you try that? So you pick up an idiom and make that as a part of your word of the day. And let's see how well they use it. It's something to try out. I don't think many clubs have done it, but it's something to try, right? You try out all these things. I'm telling you that role will be a real learning experience. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Say your next meeting is on Valentine's Day. Okay? You can use the word enamor. Okay? The spelling of enamor is E-N-A-M-O-U-R. If anybody can do a share screen and just put that word on the screen. E-N-A-M-O-U-R. Okay? Now, it means to be filled with love for someone. So it's connected to your theme, right? And it's a new word. Romance is a word which everybody knows, but pick up something slightly different. Enamor, right? Then you give it is a verb form. You give it synonyms. The synonym for it is attract. Right, excellent. There you go. Okay, to be filled with love. Attract, allure, tempt, captivate. What is the origin of the word? It's an British English word. Now make 2 sentences. The king was enamored by his queen's beauty and promised her the world. Second sentence. I was enamored by the way Toastmaster Shivani spoke at today's meeting. So you have given your 2 examples. Is that clear, all of you? Okay. Just to conclude, I want to say, make your script, even if it is a grammarian's role, write your script. I'm sure all of you have a mentor given to you. Share it with your mentor. Very important, especially if you're doing it for the first time. I kid you not, it makes a lot of difference. Share it with your mentor. Practice. I have had practice sessions even for timer role, for our counter, as well as for grammarian when I am the mentor of that person. To do that, you might make mistakes. It's fine. Do it once more. Take it up again. And you'll see how well you are able to do that role. And if I have to give general tips to all of you, as a grammarian or even as a good Toastmaster, to give good speeches, start reading. The more you read, the better words you will come across. And the better you will make use of it. And the better communicator you will become. The more you read, this is going to improve for you. You will be able to see how well your language skills improve. All right. Thank you very much. I think I kept to my timing. I hope any questions, please feel free to ask me. I hope I was convincing enough.
Yes, you were.
Great. Thank you. Any questions, please feel free to ask me. You can always contact me separately. One thing about Toastmasters is you can take the help of any Toastmaster from any of the clubs. We are very open to that. So my number is there. You can contact me. I can help you with any speech or any role. Not a problem at all. Thank you very much.
Toastmaster Sharmila, with your permission, I'm going to screen this at our club meeting, if that's okay with you. The entire session.
Okay.
I think
I hope
everybody
it was good enough for that.
No. You should have made them come and attend the meeting. That's not fair.
I didn't know about it. I didn't know the session was there.
Nigel, I sent you the agenda day before yesterday.
But I didn't check the agenda. But anyway, that's my fault. That's my fault. That's my fault. My hands are up in the air.
Now, what to say? Such general evaluators.
We can also maybe propose a division-wise or a district is so far, but at least a division-wise session for everybody who's keen on learning.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Meenal.
Sharmila, it was really helpful. I wish you would have given this session earlier. I have taken
You can take up the role again, Abrar.
Yeah, exactly. And like I told you, okay, Abrar, you did it very well.
Taken my notes.
Excellent. You did it really well.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharmila.
Thank you.
Nigel, with your permission, I may?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you, everyone, for being present at today's meeting. It wouldn't be enough to thank the area director, Toastmaster Nigel, Toastmaster Sharmila for her education session, Toastmaster Neeru to especially taking time out and being here for us, Toastmaster Venkatesh, and Toastmaster Chandrasekhar from all the way from Pune to attend our meeting today. Toastmaster Shivani as a Toastmaster of the day. I hope most of you might have found a glimpse of their Ikigai somewhere. No comments, I guess.
Yes.
Still searching.
Yes.
Good. We cannot finish the meeting without our polls. Zoomaster, can we have the polls for the best major and minor role for today's meeting?
Yes.
We know that we have had the best table topic speaker and we've just had one speaker and one evaluator. So we won't be having polls for them, but we can have polls for the best major and minor roles. Guys, can you put in your vote for the best major and minor role players?
Okay, another 10 seconds and then we can close. the voting. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nigel. Till the time the certificates are being prepared, I would like you all to share your inputs about today's meeting. I would start with Toastmaster Venkatesh, our guest. Toastmaster, sir, let's start with Toastmaster Venkatesh first.
Yeah, thanks, Toastmaster Vishal. It was great meeting. And I got to know because after a long while, I'm attending the meeting in the from Goa, and I was not aware about the Toastmasters Club of Vasco Toastmasters Club, the name itself, and even a lot of people in the Nigel Gomes. Because I go through the Facebook and other part, I see the posters and I see a lot of people commenting area director or the district, because we all belong to District 98, and practically I could see the evaluation from the Nigel Gomes. It was really nice general evaluation, really a great evaluation. Secondly, the one of the thing which I couldn't see, like the phrase of the day and the word of the day in the agenda. So I mean, we mostly share that in the agenda, which helps people to Google and go through the word and get prepared so that they can frequently use that word and the phrase of the day during the meeting. So that could, if you like those things, then you can implement in the your meeting. So apart from those things, rest of the things, the second thing is like evaluation, the speaker evaluation we conduct immediately after the speech, so that the poll happens first and then the speech evaluation. So people or the even the other people who are the voting, the result comes first to the Zoom master, and then actual evaluation happens. So yeah, that is the only change I found in this. So probably the your way may be more effective, doing the evaluation, calling the general evaluation first and the speech evaluation later. So yeah, that is the all feedback from my end. So
thank you, Toastmasters Venkatesh. We will try to incorporate whatever we can. Just a normal thing, we don't introduce the word of the day just before on the agenda, is that it should be impromptu. You should be able to add that word to your speech last minute. It gives you a different thought altogether. Normally people release it half an hour also before the meeting, but as far as I know, we have always had it before the meeting. The grammarian mention it, if it is a physical meeting, he puts it on the podium or mention it everywhere during a meeting hall, or if it's an online meeting, it's mentioned on the timer's card or shared it on the chat. But still, we'll try to incorporate it. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Chandrasekhar?
It was a really amazing meeting, and thank God I came to this meeting. And thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Because of her, I would be reading this book now. Actually, I had kept it somewhere. I didn't know where it was. But then I saw the theme and I realized that I have this book. Now I have to give it a read, and I'm definitely going to read it from today onwards, not from tomorrow. I will read it for 5 or 10 minutes today. It was really, really amazing meeting. I really enjoyed the session. The speakers were really flawless. I really loved Toastmaster Minal's speech. I was like listening so carefully. Then I forgot that I have to also take care as the role of our counter. But in her speech, there was none. Apart from that, Toastmaster Sharmila gave the educational session. I wish I had this earlier, because on my first meeting of the Toastmaster, I
Chandrasekhar?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are now.
Okay, hello. Am I audible? Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
you
so
are.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharmila, for that amazing session. So next time when I will be taking up the role of grammarian, I will do all these things as you have mentioned. The only one suggestion I would like to give, not even a suggestion. What happened? I was presenting the R counter reports, but what usually happens, I present my report after the grammarian has presented his report and the timers, so that I can mention them also. And in today's meeting, I was not able to mention about grammarian because his evaluation was not done. That's the only thing. And yeah, that's it. and nothing else. And thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for teaching us so many great things. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. We hope to see you soon at our next meeting. Please do come more often. Toastmaster Sharmila, thank you for coming here and helping us learn more about the grammarian's role.
My pleasure, absolutely. Anytime, you're a growing club, and any help that you require, I'm really honest, I would have no problems helping any one of you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharmila. Toastmaster Nigel, the area director, your views?
I think I'm taking away so much more than I thought I would by just attending this club. And Toastmaster Sharmila, this has been, I think, I've never had an explanation of the grammarian role ever done, or I've ever listened to it, but this was really in depth. I wish I went through the agenda and got my members on board as well. But anyway, I will figure a way of doing
No problem.
justice to it. Thank you so much, Vishal, for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nigel. Toastmaster Seritorio, our guest.
Yeah, I'm sorry I came very late.
It's okay.
For the meeting, but I did like the way your word of the day is put on the timer. So that's really nice. And I think it will help everybody, even who look at a timer. They'll just realize the word of the day, and so that is really good. And yeah, I did. This was actually my first session, educational session, and I'm always enamored by Toastmaster Sharmila. And and after hearing the session, I did the grammarian role 2 times. Now I feel I've screwed up the grammarian role. So I should have done it.
So true.
After
we all feel
session.
that. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seritorio. Before I launch the polls, could we have everyone keep their videos on? We could take a screenshot of the meeting, the number of people present here. Toastmaster Ashley, Toastmaster Abrar, give me the thumbs up thing. Yo. Toastmaster Sharmila. Just 1 second, one more. Sorry. Just a second. Okay. Good. Thank you. Now, Zoom Master, can we have the polls, the results for today's meeting?
Yes, I will share my screen.
Please do. Let's start with the table topics. The best table topic speaker for today's meeting is Toastmaster Neeru from ICT. Yay! I suppose she's not there in the room, but we can have a big round of applause for her. We'll share it with her. The best major role player. Any guesses, guys? We've got 11 people in the room. Come on. Toastmaster Shivani, the Ikigai girl. Congratulations. And the best minor role player for today's meeting is Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Congratulations, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
Thank you so much.
And with this, I would like to conclude today's meeting. Please note, we meet on the 1st and 3rd Friday of every month. In case if there is a 5th Friday, we meet then as well. We would be having educational sessions every meeting or every alternate meeting. So please tune in for our meetings and do let other members know about our meetings as well. Hope to see you soon and thank you for coming. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.